Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are at. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's SoulSaint here, and we are on the free-to-play challenge account. Yes, it has been almost roughly a full month since we've been started playing the free-to-play. I would normally say that because of how the day that we started and the time frame that we started, day 1 and day 2 are still kind of like compressed, which means that whatever day we are, take it -1, add 1, pretty much is where we're at, right? So we're practically there. And I'm not going to lie, the account has its strides, the account has made progress, and I was a little daunted because we get lost in the FOMO of things, and we get a little concerned about, like, oh, I see some of my other counterparts, my other content creators that are also associated to this event, they're doing very, very well, so it makes me feel like I got to stay up, I got to keep up, right? And as a part of it, sometimes you kind of impulsively do some things because of out of frustration or out of excitement, and lo and behold, today, we have some news to share with you. So, yes, we are getting Haikatune, which is going to be a banger of a champion to invest towards. I think she's going to help out in a lot of various efforts, like whether that's faction wars, a tag team arena, for example, maybe some general content where you need some turn meter reduction and turn meter boosting with an increased speed, and of course with a champion that has like that increased aura altogether. She's a great contribution. Now, I do have a Deacon who also does something very comparable, very similar to her, so it is kind of one of those things where, how can I get the value out of both of them? Well, I'm happy to announce that on my free-to-play account, we have had a game-changer experience. Last night, I didn't do it. I did it impulsively, and I'm just going to say this now. I did it impulsively, but during the Lunar Festival event, while we're grinding and we're working on some resources, there's a couple of events that we were able to participate in and get some rewards, and amongst those were some shards. I don't remember exactly which event it was because we kind of like come and gone. I'm pretty sure it's come and gone and it's already disappeared, but we ended up getting some shards, and I roughly decided I was going to pull, because I just felt like it. I was impulsively doing it, and there was a particular 10x or progressive event that was hopefully going to be up and a game changer for me. So I don't know if you noticed, but my shard count on this one is pretty much non-existent. Yes, I'm doing this live, by the way. I'm going to disappear the chat so you guys can't see them too much. But I will say this. We got a game changer champion. It wasn't from this one. It was from the day before. We got our hands on the best opportunity to progress our account exponentially. And that character is Demitha. I got Demitha on my account recently, and I'm not gonna lie, the moment I pulled her, I was like it was post-stream, I was chilling, and next thing you know, all I got was, I got the shard, and I was like, you know what, this is a pretty good void event. Maybe I can get my hands on a cold heart or something that may be somewhat useful. I was like, screw it, let's YOLO, and I hate to say it, I did the balls to the wall, YOLO, let's just do it. And she came up, and I was just like clicking, and I had no expectations, and then all I saw, I went, and I was like, oh my god! And it was really, really good. So, I'm actually going to share this one with you guys already. I am actually pretty much prepped up and primed to go. I'm debating if I want to pull the trigger right away, but she is technically going to already be ready to go into 6-star, basically ranking. And I'm basically, I throttled immediately the moment I saw her. I started like, my trajectory of my account kind of changed. It's crazy what I can do now. And here's the crazy part about this too. I have Deacon already. I have Ares now, or not Ares, but Demitha now. No Seekers, so I had the mid-air composition for the free-to-play, which is basically, this is all clan boss talk, for lack of better words. Kind of seems outside of the capabilities, but then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I could do something with this. So now, my trajectory has completely changed. Basically, where my account is at now is I'm going to be building up Demitha. I'm going to get her fully ascended, fully ranked up, Awaken if I get her blessing, the whole 9 yards. And then, of course, when Haikatune also becomes available, which is going to be later on today, I'm going to be working to basically build up a lot of resources to get her 6-star as well. But her, Deacon, Demitha is already a strong combination to build a comp for Unkillable that it will take me not only from where I'm currently at, which I don't know if you guys have been kind of keeping track with the build, but last time where we were at on the free-to-play challenge, I was roughly doing about a 3-key. If you look at where we're at now, we're on the cusp, on the actual cusp of being able to get a 2-key for Brutal. So that means we made some pretty good progress, but forget all that. Why worry about doing maybe 2 keys when you could do 1 key, not only on Brutal, Nightmare, but also Ultra Nightmare. So I'm actually looking to project my clan boss team into high noon. Basically, we're in overdrive now when it comes to the account. I started using some resources. I had some extra leftover energy and some extra leftover gems to start processing some foods. And basically, where I'm at now is yes, there is the fusion, and I even thought about participating in it on the free-to-play as much as I could. And I was like, you know what? Realistically speaking, even with the shards I did have prior to the little pseudo pools I did in between yesterday and today, I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to get really much anything out of it for the most part. So my mindset was, now that I got Demitha, my goal and focus is to not only develop those champions as we work, but to also prepare for the event that we're going to need to bring them all up for the clan boss team. So my big focus is this. Any events or tournaments that have like epic books are high priority for me. I'm going to do what I can to get those epic books so we can build up Demitha and get her booked out. Same thing with Haikatun. So we're pretty epic book dependent right now. We're pretty that's our big driving focus, because that's going to set the terrain for me able to do the comp or not, right? And then on top of that, after that, it's pretty much a grind for as much speed gear as I can get, whether that's from banners or from drops from Dragon, for example. So we're going to be on a pretty hefty grind in that direction to get us enough resources to basically build that team out. Now, I started doing some hypothetical builds already. And as much as I love my boy Deacon and being on the leaderboards is really, really cool and all that, I'm going to start salvaging a lot of pieces. So like this 6-star pair of boots that has the 6-star Speed Awakening on it. I know I got lucky. I'm going to be ripping that piece and any other piece that could give me the most amount of speed that I can get, so I can start working my way towards developing the speeds I need for this composition I'm going to be doing. So we got a lot to work on, right? But in order priority, I'm going to work on pretty much Demitha's ready to go, right? I got that going in the barrel. I got Haikatun coming in tonight, so that means I need to start developing some more food in that direction too. And then on top of that, we're going to be looking towards gearing them out. So pretty much campaign farming, or wherever we feel like that we can get some additional farming in addition to some additional resources. But pretty much from there, it's just going to be grinding out wherever I can get my speed. I'm on the hunt for speed. So at this point, this is a game changer experience, and it shifts the dynamic of my focus. I'm going to dabble in some events here and there and tournaments that are related to the Queen, but I think right now Demitha is the focus. She has become the priority. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to lie. We're making some strides in a lot of different areas, although I've been getting a little too comfortable with like pushing. And I'm taking on some teams I probably shouldn't be at the level of my account, but I'm still finding my victories here and there with like some free one-offs that are allowing me to get some extra resources. So right now, in terms of like the Great Hall, I am still projecting to move my resources towards the 3x5 to get some more Lego books. I am sitting on some Lego books right now that I haven't pulled the trigger on, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, with Rathalos having his Brimstone blessing, being able to go like the distance in like 50 turns on Brutal Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare with Brimstone means that I'm going to have a lot of chance for procs. And in addition to that, the way this comp is going to work is going to allow me to make use of that increased speed, and it's going to be complementary. It's not going to be contradictory to the team comp. It's not going to desync the tunage, and I can still use the ability. So we got a lot of opportunity, and I'm actually going to see if I can make Rathalos the enterprise DPS for that particular team. Worst case scenario, I may have to come up with some alternatives based on affinities or some other changes that come along the way, but pretty much I'm going to try to build around him and Demitha being the core component with some of my champions. And I'm not going to lie, originally I was going to bring up Oathbound, and I still have love for Oathbound, but he kind of has to go to the side now because we got something that's just does so much more. So with that being said, what do you guys think? You think we're going to be able to rally the account into being able to get to a certain point for progression? I think as of right now I'm already kind of cooking in the dungeon side, you know. Since the last time we talked about it, I still haven't really gone too much further. I went from stage 16 to 18 out, and I believe like maybe with a little bit more development, and Demitha kind of suits as like a cleanser, a healer, even a protector from damage to a certain degree. I may be even able to manipulate her in these particular stages to get to like stage 20, and maybe we can start farming there effectively, which means 5 to 6 gear is the only normal for us now. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if we could prog and destroy as much as we got. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I think this is going to be a great contributing factor to our account, and the sky's the limit, basically, for some of the words. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys look forward to see what I got to cook. I wish I did record the actual pool itself, and I'll try to do better next time. And that's my promise to you guys. Whenever we're going to do our pools, I'll make sure I have some kind of live recording so we can show and segment it, or it could be a part of the video itself. So I'll hook you guys up. I know we like to see sharp pools, you know, whether it's good or bad pools we get. But anyways, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and always remember, stay ascended.
Got the